Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of What If Naruto had Divine Dividing / What If Naruto was the White Dragon Emperor. Uh, so, I'm gonna do a quick little recap of where we last left off on the last video. So, let's see. Last video we were in the Land of Waves arc, and we finished the Land of Waves arc. So, Naruto killed Zabuza, and something that I forgot to mention in the last video, Naruto just killed Haku because, well, there would have been no real point of bringing him back to the village, so Naruto just kind of killed him, and yeah, so that's what happened. So I know I forgot to mention that, guys, but yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, Naruto and them, they're all heading back to the Hidden Leaf Village, and I said I was gonna add some sacred gears from. I said that in part 1. So I want to do that, but I don't. I'm just trying to figure out when would be a good time to put other sacred gears in to the series. So anyway, Naruto gets back to the Hidden Leaf Village, and of course he heads home after he got his payment and stuff. So he heads home, and of course when Naruto gets home, his dad says, you know, the Chunin exams are coming up, and of course, everybody is, well, mainly Naruto. Naruto's really excited, but he's not going to show it because he still has that rebellious personality. He says, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And of course, Minato says, "You know, son, I don't think you're going to get really that many friends if you keep on using that attitude." Naruto says, whatever. And but anyway, all right. So picking up from where we last left off. Okay, so it's the next morning. Naruto wakes up, and Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura are knocking on Naruto's door, and Naruto, of course, gets ready, puts his headband on his arm, and he opens up his front door and comes out. So, and Naruto says, so what are you guys doing here? And Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura said, well, Naruto, we want you to meet us at the training grounds. And of course, they all go to the training grounds, and excuse me, Naruto heads to the training grounds, and Naruto says, alright, so what were you guys wanting? And Kakashi says, well, I figured since the Chunin exams is right around the corner, I figured if you guys would want to participate in it. And Naruto says, well, duh, of course I'm going to participate in it. Why wouldn't I? And Sasuke says, well, duh, if Naruto's going to do it, then I'm going to do it. And of course, Sakura just wants to do it just because Sasuke's doing it. But she also wants to see how far she's come, which we all know isn't really that far, because she's worthless and useless in every sense. So anyway, Naruto, of course, he signs the papers, and Kakashi says, well, when you finish signing the papers, all three of you need to head to classroom 301 on the third floor? Yeah, the third floor. So Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura, they all head to class 301, and while heading to 301, and when they get onto the second floor, but Naruto already notices that this is a genjutsu because Kurama already disrupted his chakra and released him from it, and said, guys, this isn't it. And of course, Sasuke and Sakura are saying like, huh? What do you mean that this isn't it? Naruto said, this is a genjutsu. And Sasuke says, are you sure? And Naruto says, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And Sasuke says, alright. And Sasuke says, release. And once he releases the genjutsu, he notices Naruto's right, that this is a genjutsu. And of course, Sakura proceeds to do the same. And then, of course, they notice that it's genjutsu, so they head up to the 3rd floor. And right before they head into 301, Rock Lee obviously challenges Naruto. Now, of course, obviously, the reason why Rock Lee challenged Sasuke was because, well, one, he was considered to be the Rookie of the Year, and not only that, he was the Uchiha, so he had the Sharingan. But since Naruto was Rookie of the Year in this What If, Naruto, Rock Lee challenges Naruto. He says, so Naruto, I hear you were the Rookie of the Year in your class. And Naruto said, yeah, what of it? And Rock Lee says, well, I would like to fight you. And Naruto says, oh. And then Naruto just kind of sizing Rock Lee up. Naruto's like, well, he looks strong, but for some reason I can't sense any chakra coming from him. And then, of course, Naruto asks Rock Lee if he has any ninjutsu or genjutsu. And, of course, Rock Lee would respond with, no, I can't use ninjutsu neither genjutsu. And Naruto says, so you're just a taijutsu ninja. And Rock Lee says, yes, I'm a taijutsu specialist. And Naruto actually kind of just, not really chuckling, but more laughing. He just starts laughing and he says, you know, you're really amusing calling yourself the taijutsu specialist, but I hate to break it to you, kid. You're not the taijutsu specialist. That title really goes to your sensei, doesn't it? And Rock Lee, of course, gets a little bit fired up, and he says, you know what, Naruto, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? And of course, now, a lot of people are going to have a lot of problems with Naruto, because remember, Naruto's rebellious. He's cold. He doesn't really care about what anybody else says or think. He does whatever he wants to do. And really, nobody's really going to try to stop him, because Naruto just doesn't care. So anyway, Naruto, he just kind of, Naruto just kind of says, alright, you wanted this, so don't blame me if you get your legs broken. And Rock Lee says, trust me, you're not even on my speed. And right when Rock Lee finished saying that sentence, Naruto's already behind Rock Lee, and Naruto says, Rock Lee says, wait, what? There's no way that he can be this fast. And Naruto says, oh, what? You thought you only had the physical advantage in speed? Sorry, but you don't. And of course, Naruto's about to break Rock Lee's legs, and of course, my guy steps in and he says, alright, that's enough, save it for the tuning exam. And Naruto says, okay then. So anyway, they all head into class 301, and everybody's just staring at Naruto. They're all staring at Team 7. Even the Rookie 9, which was the ones who graduated with Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, they're just kind of staring at them. Because I'm just going to say Naruto he just got beef with everybody. But Naruto doesn't really care. So really, they're not really looking at Team 7, they're mainly looking at Naruto. Naruto says, if you guys don't stop staring at me, I'm going to break all your legs. And then, of course, Kiba says, what is it with you and breaking legs? And Naruto says, well, because it's the quickest way to shut somebody up. Sorry, guys. But anyway, Naruto said, well, that's the quickest way to shut anybody up. And, of course, Kiba says, you know what, Naruto, I'm going to wipe that smug little grin off of your face. And Naruto says, yeah, keep trying, dog boy. And of course, this gets Kiba even more fired up for calling him a dog boy. He says, you know what? I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna just do it right now. And right when, before Naruto's going to, before Kiba's going to attack, Kabuto steps in. He says, easy, easy, settle down now, guys. Come on, let's don't fight right now. For all we know, this is just a test. And Naruto says, yeah, what the Four Eyes said. And Naruto's just getting weird vibes from Kabuto, but he doesn't know, like, what it is. So he's just like, huh, something off about that kid. I don't know. Can't really put my finger on it, but oh well. I'm just gonna ignore it for right now. And of course, everybody starts asking who's who. And then, of course, Gaara's team gets in there. And, of course, Gaara has, like, this crazy look in his eye. And he's not really looking... Well, he's looking at Sasuke, but at the same time, he's also looking at Naruto. And he says, I want to kill these two. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to splatter their blood all over the place. Well, he doesn't say that out loud, but he's thinking that inside of his head. And Naruto says, hey, redhead, you need to stop sending all that killer intent towards me, or you're gonna wind up with your throat getting ripped out. And of course, Gaara's a little bit surprised by that. Somebody was sensing his bloodlust, even though he wasn't really letting off any bloodlust. But anyway, Naruto's just like, yeah, that's what I thought. Just go sit y'all's butts down. And then, of course, Ibiki comes in, he says, alright, all of you need to shut up and sit down. And Naruto says, who are you? Well, he doesn't say it like that. He says, who are you? And Ibiki says, I'm the proctor of the first stage of the Chunin exam. And Naruto says, so this is the first stage. And Ibiki says, yes, now will you please kindly go sit down? And Naruto's just like, alright, okay, I'm gonna screw with this guy. I'm gonna screw with him. So, of course, Naruto goes, sits down. And you guys may be wondering, how's he going to screw with Ibiki? Well, not really screwing with Ibiki, mainly just screwing with everybody, because everybody got beef with Naruto in this. And I do mean everybody's got beef with Naruto. Well, some of the Chunin and Jonin, and some of the Anbu members, they all got beef with Naruto. Well, not to the point where they want to kill him, but more like just to where they want to just teach him a lesson. Which Naruto's like, I'm gonna take my beating. Heck nah. You ain't gonna beat me, okay? That's just the bottom line, because I said so. And Naruto just says, you put a finger on me, guess what? You're dying. And anyway, Naruto's just like, okay, I'm just gonna go sit down. And Naruto just starts waiting for Ibiki, and Ibiki explains the test, same thing as in canon. Now remember guys, Naruto is a prodigy in this. He's smart, so even though he knows that the goal of the test is to cheat, Naruto's not going to cheat. The reason why he's not going to cheat is because he wants to impress everybody. Of course, mainly he wants to just dunk on Ibiki of how smart he is. And of course, Naruto, right when Ibiki hands out the test, Ibiki says begin. Naruto already knows all the answers, so Naruto's just like writing them down. He already knows all the answers, and of course, I think there was like 9 questions, because the 10th and final question was obviously if they would all stay or if they would get up and leave. That was, of course, the final question. But anyway, Naruto finishes before anybody else, and before anybody knows what's actually going on, what the whole goal of the test was. Naruto just puts his pencil down and kind of flips his paper over, and he's just like, okay, well, time to screw with everybody. And so Naruto just kind of busts out his headphones and plugs his headphones into his iPod, and he's just like, alright, so which song do I want to listen to first? And I'm gonna say he chooses Godzilla by Eminem. Yeah, Naruto likes to listen to a bit of rap here and there. And Naruto cranks his volume like to the max, like to where everybody can hear it, like not just like a few people around him. I mean the entire classroom can hear Naruto's music blaring, even though he has his headphones on. And of course everybody's just getting distracted and angry. And of course, I'm just gonna say one of the people who are supposed to be catching anybody if they're cheating or not goes over to Naruto and says, "Hey, you need to have respect while other people's taking the test." And of course, he's going to go slap the headphones off. Naruto just grabs the guy's arm and just says, "Touch my stuff, and I'm breaking your arm. I don't care what anybody says. You do not touch my stuff." And the reason why Naruto is doing this because Naruto is like very possessive about his stuff. He doesn't like people touching his stuff. Like anything that belongs to him, you're not going to touch it unless he gives you permission to touch it, which is very rare. Sometimes he lets his brother and sister use it, but other than that, nah, he doesn't let nobody touch it without his permission. Which I can understand, considering I'm like that too. I don't like people touching my stuff without my permission. Well, I think everybody's like that. I don't think anybody likes their stuff getting touched without their permission. So yeah. But anyway, back to the story. And of course, Ibiki says, all right, settle down." And of course, Naruto lets go of the guy's arm and pushes him away and says, "Don't ever do that again." And of course, Ibiki says, "Well, Naruto, he is right." And everybody's yelling at Naruto saying, turn down the music. And of course, Naruto just says, you know what? If you guys can't even handle a little bit of distractions, then I don't know where you guys get off calling yourselves ninjas. And of course, this makes everybody even more mad. And Naruto says, "Oh, did I struck a nerve?" And of course, Ibiki says, "Naruto, explain your reasoning." Naruto says, "Alright, here's my reasoning. 1. Obviously, there's going to be multiple factors playing inside of a mission. So, there's going to be lots of distractions. If you can't focus on the mission at hand, then you're going to not just jeopardize yourself and your teammates, but you're also going to jeopardize the mission." And of course, Ibiki's like surprised at this, and he says, "Alright, you know what, Naruto, you make a very good point. So continue listening to your music at full blast." And everybody says, "Oh, come on, that's not fair." And Ibiki says, "Shut up and continue with the test." And Naruto says, I know, I just made everybody hate me even more." And of course, Albion says, "Naruto." Hold on. Albion says, "Naruto, are you sure that was the right thing to do?" And Naruto says, "Who cares?" And Albion says, "Okay, you're calling the shots here." And Naruto says, "Yeah, I know. Don't worry, Albion, they'll be fine." And of course, Naruto's just like, just kind of like yawning, just kind of waiting for everybody to hurry up and get done so that way he can turn off his music and get started with the next part of the test. And of course, Ibiki says, "Put your pencils down." And he says, for the 10th and final question, if you don't want to take it, you can get up and leave, and your test will be collected, and you can try again next year. And of course, Ibiki also says, however, if you stay and you fail this question, then you can never retake the tuning exams ever again. You'll be stuck as a genin for the rest of your life. And of course, I'm just going to say the same amount of people left as they did in canon. And the remaining teams who stayed. And of course, Ibiki says, "Alright, congratulations, you all passed." And everybody's like surprised, well, except for Naruto. And of course, Ibiki gives his explanation. And then of course, Anko comes crashing through the window with kunais in hand, throwing them onto the wall with the hidden leaf symbol flag on the wall. And Ibiki says, "Come on, Anko, that costs money to replace that, you know? And Anko says, whatever. And she's like, says, alright, you listen up. Tomorrow we'll begin the second stage of the tuning exams. And she says, you better get ready, because if you're not ready, you're going to die. And then Naruto says, kind of just turns off his music, and he just kind of looks at Anko and he says, so, is this actually going to be a challenge? And Anko is kind of just smiling at Naruto because she heard that Naruto was a cocky kid. So she said, oh, I'm going to enjoy torturing this one. And Naruto says, yeah, good luck doing that. And she says, wait, how did you know that I was thinking that? Naruto says, you just gave off that vibe that you were going to, like, torturing me or something like that. And Anko says, oh, okay. And Naruto says, alright. But anyway, next day goes by. Oh, and by the way, Naruto got perfect score and everything, so he was actually on top of, yeah, he got all the answers correct. So, alright, so Naruto goes to the second stage of the tuning exams, which is the Forest of Death. Naruto goes and collects the Heaven Scroll. And of course, Anko explains that, you know, whatever scroll you got to get the opposite of what the other team has. So you got to steal their scroll in order to advance to the preliminaries. And of course, Naruto says, alright, it seems easy enough. It's just a simple steal. Really just a simple steal and run. And of course, Anko says, well, don't be... And Anko says, well, don't be too cocky, because people aren't just going to let you just steal their scroll. And Naruto says, well, not if they know that I'm even there to begin with. So, and Anko tries to, you know, blitz Naruto, and keyword, she tries to blitz Naruto, but Naruto, like, kind of just blitzes right behind her, and he said, you know, you really, really need to work on that attitude if you want to get a date. And of course, Anko just starts blushing, and she says, you better watch your mouth, kid. And of course, Naruto just blitzes right back in front of her, and he says, yeah, whatever. And of course, Anko says, just start. And of course, the second stage begins, and Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are going into the Forest of Death. And I'm going to say Naruto saw someone with the Earth Scroll, so Naruto marked him. He said, hey, good luck. And then, of course, the guy said, well, whatever. And Naruto just uses the Flying Thunder God technique, because he doesn't want to expose his wings just yet. He wants to save that for the finals. And he's also going to be using his Balance Breaker in the finals. And Naruto's actually going to do something that is actually going to be a little bit insane. Like, I know, guys, I know I'm making Naruto OP as heck, but hey, I like OP characters. So, anyway, Naruto just teleports to where he marked the guy, knocked him out, and stole his Earth Scroll, and of course he teleports right back. And Naruto says, alright, got both scrolls, and Sasuke and Sakura said, okay, let's go. And I'm gonna say they didn't go the way that where Orochimaru had laid out the path for. They actually went around, because I'm gonna just say Naruto, Albion, Naruto, Albion, and Kurama sensed Orochimaru's bloodlust, so they actually just went around Orochimaru and actually got to the castle, and they were the first ones there. So Naruto, of course, Naruto and them open up both scrolls. And of course, now, since in this, Sasuke did not get the curse mark, so he's not getting influenced by Orochimaru to leave the village to come seek more power so he can get his revenge on Itachi. So, anyway, Naruto is just, alright, waiting there, and Ruka comes out and says, alright, you guys passed, congratulations. And of course he lets them into and then they just kind of just stay there in their rooms. I'm just gonna say they all have their own rooms, and of course Naruto's just like laying on his bed, and he's just waiting for everybody to show up. And Naruto says, come on, everybody needs to hurry up. And I'm just gonna say, I think it was, the maximum was 4 days total. If you didn't have both scrolls by the end of the 4 days, you automatically fail. And if you weren't at the tower at the end of the 4 days, then you automatically fail. So, anyway, Naruto is just like kind of just waiting there. 4 days has gone by now, and basically the same people who, actually, you know what, I'm gonna add, no, you know what, no, I ain't gonna do that. Anyway, Naruto is everybody's all lined up, same as usual, and Minato kind of just jumps on to the scene. He says, congratulations everybody for making it this far. We will now have the preliminaries, because it seems like there's still a little bit too many of you for the finals. And of course, you know, the proctor, I forgot what his name was. I think it was Gemma. Yeah, Gemma. Gemma, he's just like, okay, you know, the coughing dude. Yeah, him. Or was it Gemma? I think it was Gemma. Yeah, Gemma. But anyway, Gemma says, alright, so the first of the match will be Sasuke and that chakra absorbing dude. Yeah, him. And Sasuke just bodies that chakra draining guy. I still forget what his name is, so yeah, he easily bodies him. Let's see, who's next? I think it was Sakura and Ino, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Of course, same thing goes there. They both get knocked out because they're both really well, Ino is a little bit more useful than Sakura is. So let's face it, guys, in part 1, Sakura was absolutely useless. She could hardly do anything. All she did was cry and run to her teammates, really, and that was about it. But anyway, moving on. Every match basically goes to the same canon. The only 2 switch-ups I am doing will be Naruto versus, instead of Kiba, Naruto will fight Rock Lee. And Gaara will fight Kiba. And Gaara and Kiba go first, and of course Gaara just bodies Kiba. Because, well, matter of fact, no, Kiba just forfeits, because he knows if he goes up against this guy, he's going to die. So anyway, Kiba withdraws, and of course, you know, Gaara automatically wins, so now it's Naruto and Rock Lee. And this is the final match. And of course, everybody's saying Rock Lee better kick Naruto's butt. And because remember, everybody's got beef with Naruto, so some of them want to really just see Naruto lose. And Naruto's like, yeah, that ain't going to happen. And Rock Lee says, are you ready, Naruto? And Naruto says, look, why don't you take those training weights off? It's not fair if I just go all out and you're not going to go all out. Naruto says, you better use every trick you got up your sleeve, because if you don't, I'm going to break you. And Naruto means he's literally going to break him. And you may be wondering, how's he going to break him? Well, remember Dark Knight Rises and Bane broke Batman's back? Yeah, it's like that. So, yeah, Naruto is basically going to break Rock Lee's back. Naruto does not care. Remember, he's cold. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if he hurts people. So anyway, Naruto is just like, are you gonna stand there keeping me waiting, or are you gonna fight? And of course, Rock Lee just comes right behind Naruto, and Naruto's just like, you're still way too slow. Naruto just blitzed right behind Lee and just tries to go for a karate chop into the back of the neck, but Lee just front flips, and Rock Lee says, huh, well, you and I are on equal speeds. And Naruto says, you're funny to actually think we're on actual same speeds. And of course, Kakashi says, I wonder if Naruto's going to use his power yet. Of course, he's saying this in his head. And of course, you know, Kurenai, Asuma, Guy. Yeah, Kurenai, Asuma, and Guy. They're just like kind of just sitting there saying, you know, so is Naruto actually as strong as they say, Kakashi? And Kakashi says, yes, this boy is a natural born prodigy. He's a true prodigy, if I ever seen one. He's performed skills that most Jonin have trouble performing. With just his physical prowess alone, he's able to take down an entire army. So his jutsus are even more impressive. And then, anyway, coming back to the fight, Naruto and Rock Lee are just kind of going blow for blow. They're just trading blows. Naruto hits Rock Lee with a right hook, and then knees him into the stomach, and then kicks him in the chest, and Rock Lee gets sent flying back, and of course he does that little flip and lands right back onto his feet. He says, man, I didn't really think he was that strong. I guess appearances can be deceiving. And Naruto says, huh. He says, huh. Are you finally gonna go serious now? And Rock Lee says, huh? Naruto says, look, I know you've been holding back. And he says, go full power, otherwise I'm gonna make you go full power. Now Beyond says, Naruto, are you really wanting to go full power? He says, of course not, I'm just trying to draw his full power. If he thinks I'm holding back, which Naruto is holding back. Anyway, Rock Lee goes full 5 gates. Yeah, full 5 gates. And he just BAM! And if you guys remember how fast he went, like, with Gaara, yeah, he just went at that speed. But Naruto is able to keep up with that speed. He says, you're still way too slow for me. And Rock Lee said, what? And he catches Rock Lee's fist. And he said, yeah. So, I guess this is the limit to your abilities, huh? And Rock Lee said, huh? And Naruto twists Rock Lee's arm, and Naruto brings his foot up and puts it right on his elbow, and of course Naruto goes all the way down on Rock Lee's elbow, bone snapping, and you can actually hear the bone snap, and it was like a clean break, but it still went through Rock Lee's muscles, and you see the bone coming out, and Rock Lee's just screaming in pain. He says, do you concede? And Rock Lee says, no, I won't ever concede. And then Naruto just says, alright, time for the other arm. And of course, Guy enters the arena, and he says, Rock Lee forfeits. And Naruto says, oh, come on, we were just reaching the grand finale. Guy says, you're getting way too serious for this. And Naruto says, no, I wasn't getting too serious. Look, I was holding back. And of course, this kind of stuns everybody. Even Naruto's dad, because, I mean, going 5 gates, I mean, that gives you incredible strength and power. Naruto says, look, I was just holding back. He was lucky that I just didn't kill him right here and there. But anyway, my guy takes Rock Lee to the infirmary, and Gemma says Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is the victor of this match. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is going on to the next round. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is going to the finals. So Naruto's like, well, what did you expect? But anyway, of course, now Minato says, alright, well, we're going to have to prepare. We're going to give you guys 2 months to prepare. Now, you guys may be wondering, why am I giving Naruto 2 months to prepare? Well, simple. Because Naruto really wants to learn the Juggernaut drive. So Naruto is going to be mainly focusing on his balance breaker more than anything. Now, I know what you guys are wondering. Is Naruto going to be training with Jiraiya for those 2 months? No. He is not going to be training with Jiraiya for those 2 months. Naruto is going to train by himself, even though Minato says you better, for all the finalists, for all of them to have like a training partner. And Naruto said, well, I already got my training partners already set out, which are obviously his shadow clones. Because remember, Naruto already knows the secret behind the shadow clone jutsu, so yeah. But anyway, Minato says, alright, you guys can go and be at the tuning exam arena. Let's see, what would be a good time? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock sharp. And of course, Naruto just starts going off, and Kakashi says, hey Naruto, do you want somebody to train with? Naruto says, nah, I got it. And Kakashi says, well, are you sure? Naruto says, yeah, I'm sure. So, anyway, now we begin the 2-month training period. So, anyway, Naruto actually is packing some stuff with him, and of course Minato says, so where are you going, Naruto? Naruto says, well, I'm gonna go train by myself for 2 months. And Minato says, are you gonna be alright? Naruto says, yeah, I'm gonna be alright. I know how to survive on my own. Minato says, well, alright. Remember, tuning exam arena at 10 o'clock. And Naruto said, alright, so what day is that? He said, remember, it's on the 1st. He's like, and I'm saying the month that they're on right now is May. Yeah, May. So, June, July. So, yeah, August 1st is the day of the tuning exam finals. So, Naruto's going off to train. If you guys are wondering what's happening with Sasuke is, well, he awakens his Sharingan and he evolves it to the 3 Tomoe Sharingan for those two months. And, of course, he also learns the Chidori, because Kakashi says, well, you know, the whole thing about this jutsu is it requires the Sharingan to increase its power and accuracy. So, that's what Sasuke is basically doing for his 2 months. Excuse me. So anyway, Naruto, he's off training by himself. And I'm saying he's training... I'm just gonna say he's training in the woods. Yeah, he's training in the woods. No, not the woods. Yeah, the woods. Yeah, he's training in the woods outside of the village. But he's like far enough to where nobody can see him. Actually, he goes pretty a good long distance. Naruto he goes to the Chunin exam arena where it's going to be held at, and he just kind of puts a mark on one of the trees there. So when it's time for him to go to the Chunin exam finals, all he has to do is just, use the Flying Thunder God technique and just teleport there. Anyway, Naruto is off training in a pretty good, almost near, no, I'm not going to say the border of the Land of Fire. I'm going to just say he's about halfway away from the land of Fire border. So anyway, Naruto's just kind of training there by himself, where there is nobody there, and really nobody goes there. And so anyway, Naruto starts doing his balance breaking training, and I'm gonna say that one whole month that goes by, Naruto is able to hold his balance breaker for at least 2 whole weeks without exiting out of it. Naruto says, "Alright, I need to increase the time limit to at least 3 weeks, and then Volley can teach me the Juggernaut drive." He's like, "Dang, I really didn't think it would be this... I really didn't think it'd be this tough just to hold it for 2 weeks. Holy crap." Well, anyway, and I'm gonna say... I'm gonna say 4 weeks go by. Naruto finally is able to hold his balance breaker for 3 whole weeks now. So, yeah. So, naturally, Naruto goes into his mindscape, and of course he sees Volley there. And he says, "Well, Volley?" And Volley says, "Well, what?" He says, "Well, kept my end of the deal. I'm able to hold it for at least 3 weeks without deactivating it." And Volley says, "Good job. You did a very good job. Alright, time to keep my end of the deal." And Naruto, and he says, "Okay, so what do I gotta do first?" He says, "Well, first, go into your balance breaker." And of course, Naruto proceeds. Well, he says, "Well, don't do it here in the real world because we don't want people freaking out." But anyway, Naruto and Volley said, "Alright, Naruto, repeat after me." And of course, Naruto repeats what Volley's about to say. And Volley starts doing the Juggernaut Drive chant. And of course, he says, "I, who is about to awaken, am the heavenly dragon, who has taken the principles of supremacy from God. I envy the infinite, and I pursue the dream. I shall become the white dragon of supremacy, and I shall take you to the limits of white paradise. Juggernaut Drive." And of course, Naruto says, "That's it?" And Naruto said, and Volley says, "Yeah, that's it. But remember, you gotta activate your wings, materialize your wings, and then go into your balance breaker. And then once you're in your balance breaker, once you get into your balance breaker, say the chant, and then you'll transform into the Juggernaut Drive." And Naruto says, "Oh, okay, so I just gotta materialize my wings and go into my balance breaker, say the chant, then I'll go into my Juggernaut Drive." And Volley says, "That is correct. You did very good. Remember, the longer you're able to keep your balance breaker up, the longer you're able to stay into your Juggernaut Drive." And I think I said I gave him about 30 minutes in the Juggernaut Drive, which I think is good, considering just 30 minutes would be enough. But Naruto would be completely drained after using... Well, not completely drained. Like, he could still re-enter into the balance breaker and divide people's energy so he could replenish his energy. But he would still need, like, a little bit of time before going back into the balance breaker. I'm going to say he just needed, like, about 10 seconds before reactivating the balance breaker. So, yeah. Anyway, the 2 months are up. Naruto, and it's the first. And it's 9:59, anyway, it's 9:59. Naruto teleports to the Chunin exam arena and a white flash, and then of course he reappears. And let's just say that Naruto just stinks, because, you know what, no, I'm gonna say there was a lake there so he could bathe, so that way he didn't really have to worry about smelling bad. But anyway, Naruto's there, and of course, Sasuke and Kakashi actually get there right on time, so they don't do their late uh, entrance. And now, of course, Minato says, "Alright, everybody calm down, settle down." And of course, it's 10 o'clock sharp. Everybody's waiting in line. Of course, now, Naruto. I said I was going to do something completely insane right here. But I want to just show how OP Naruto is in this, okay? Like, I want everybody to see how OP is. And his parents are going to be even more stunned because they didn't even know that he even had this power. They didn't even know anything about it. Well, except for Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura, they were the only ones who really knew about it. But everybody else, nobody knows. He never showed it. He never talked about it. He never revealed it to them. Because he wanted to keep it secret. He wanted to save it for a big event such as this. So anyway. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I just had to take my medication real quick. So, where did I last left off? Oh, okay. So Minato is announcing all the, he was announcing all the pairings. Then, but before he could finish, Naruto just kind of just speaks out really loud. He says, "Fourth Hokage, I have a request to make." And then, of course, Minato is like, "Okay, well, what's your request?" Naruto says, "I kind of want the tuning exams for the final battles. I think it should be a little bit more chaotic." And then Minato says, "Well, what do you mean by chaotic?" Naruto says, "Well, I feel like since this is the tuning exams and this is a chance not just to show our strength, but also our strategic capabilities as well, and how we're able to handle in difficult situations. I said since this is the final part of the tuning exam, since we're just going to be fighting one another, what better way to do it than..." Basically, what I'm trying to say is, Fourth Hokage, is I want to take on everybody. And then Minato says, "What do you mean by everybody?" Naruto says, "Basically, I want to take on all the finalists." And then, of course, Minato says, "Well, I mean, I don't know," but Naruto says, "Look, I can tank them all on. Trust me, they're nothing to me." And then, of course, this gets everybody fired up. And even the crowd says, he's just showing off. And now remember, there are some people who still hate Naruto just for holding Kurama, or the Kyuubi, inside of him. But Naruto's just like, nah, I don't care. I want to fight. And when Naruto wants a fight, he's going to get a fight. So Minato says, "Alright then, change the plans, everybody. You're going to see an all versus one match. And if they can all beat Naruto, then the rest of them can become tuning and Naruto will automatically fail. But if Naruto wins, then Naruto becomes a tuning and the rest of them fail." And then, of course, now this kind of up the stakes. Now, if you guys are wondering, when will Konoha Crush happen? Well, here's the thing. Since Naruto was able to avoid Orochimaru back in the Fourth Death, and since Orochimaru wasn't able to put his curse mark on Sasuke, Orochimaru kind of had to abandon his plans because this wasn't going out to how he plans it. Because when Orochimaru doesn't like the way his plans go, he figures it's better to retreat. And he says, and not only that, because since this didn't happen, of course, he also cut his ties with the Hidden Sand. So obviously, now the Hidden Sand isn't there. Now, of course, this is when I forgot who the new proctor was, but the one who had a toothpick in his mouth. Him, yeah. But anyway, he says, "All right, let the finals begin." And then Naruto says, "All right." And then Naruto says, "Well, all right, let's do this, Albion." And then Albion says, "Right." And then Albion's wings materialize on Naruto's back. So yeah, what you see right here are the same. And now, remember, nobody's seen Naruto's wings before. And then everybody's like surprised. Naruto's parents and siblings are surprised. Everybody's surprised. All the senseis are surprised. The teams who were eliminated are surprised, and even the people who are inside the arena, well, except for Sasuke, is surprised at what this is. And Naruto just kind of shoots up into the air, and he's flying. And Naruto says, "All right, Albion, let's crank it up." And he says, "All right." And Albion says, "Balance breaker." Yeah, he says, "Balance breaker." And then of course he enters into his balance breaker. So yeah, what you see right here, yeah, that's what he's looking like. And now everybody's even more stunned because and everybody's saying, "Who's this? Who's this?" Naruto says, "I'm the White Dragon Emperor. I can't be defeated by the likes of you." And of course, Gaara said, "I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him." And of course, he sends his sand flying towards Naruto. And Albion says, "Greater divide." And then his wings get bigger. And then and Albion says, "Divide, divide, 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 divide." Now remember, greater divides everything. And when I mean divides everything, I mean the space around him. He can divide the space. He can divide physical objects. He can divide people out of existence. And Naruto is dividing the sand. And remember, everything he divides gets added to his power. So Naruto is dividing the sand in half because it's more of a physical construct, and when he's just using his regular divine dividing, that's mainly like launched attacks, like fire, lightning, wind, water, earth. Since that's physical and something that you have to make, and it's something that you can hold, then that's something that he has to use greater divide for. So he divides the sand into nothingness, and Gaara said, "Wait, what? Where did my sand go?" And Naruto says, and everybody's like wondering, what happened. Naruto says, and everybody's saying, "Where's that voice coming from?" Because every time when they hear divide, 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 everybody's saying, "Who's saying that?" And Albion starts speaking through the wings, obviously, and Albion deactivates greater divide, and now his wings are back to normal again. So yeah, but anyway, Albion says, Albion says, and remember, every time when Albion talks, the wings color lightens up every time he talks. So Albion says, "It is I, Albion, the one who is connected with this boy. This boy is my partner, and he's my current White Dragon Emperor host." And everybody's just like, "Wait, White Dragon Emperor?" He says, "I'm Albion, the heavenly white vanishing dragon of supremacy." And then, of course, Naruto says, "Well, why hold back?" And Albion says, "Naruto, are you sure?" And Naruto says, "Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm dang sure." And of course, this is when Naruto says, "I, who is about to awaken, am the heavenly dragon who has taken the principles of supremacy from God. I envy the infinite, and I pursue the dream. I shall become the white dragon of supremacy, and I shall take you to the limits of white paradise, Juggernaut Drive." Now, everybody's seeing Naruto transform into an actual freaking dragon, like what you see right here. And people are just and remember, Naruto is freaking gigantic. Like, he's big. He's a gigantic dragon. Like, he's still standing on his two legs, but he's a dragon. Like, yeah. Like, so, yeah, what you see right here, yeah, this is what Naruto looks like right here. Yeah, this is what Naruto looks like. He looks like an actual dragon. Like, it's starting to look like dragon, you know. It looks like a dragon, you know, so obviously it's a dragon, you know. So, yeah, and everybody's just at all, and like, they can just, now remember, the Juggernaut drive, I said, was to rival even that of the gods, of devils, of angels, and fallen angels, and all that. Well, not rival, but the Juggernaut drive surpasses that of even that of the gods. And of course, Naruto just starts dividing, and I'm gonna say he also developed, while over the 2 months of training, he also developed the dragon shot, which is a ball of energy that he shoots from his hand. But he can also shoot energy blast out of his mouth like an actual dragon, and like, this stuff will like disintegrate anything it touches. So Naruto is just a literal being of domination right now. He's, or I should say, a being of supremacy. Naruto is a literal white dragon of supremacy right now, and he's just destroying everybody, and everybody's shocked, and Minato and Kushina are wondering, when did Naruto get this power? How long has he had it? And, you know, and I'm going to say one of the Hyugas try to use the Byakugan, but their Byakugan gets canceled out for some reason. Like, they can't see what's going, like, their Byakugan isn't working on Naruto. Neji tries to use Byakugan, but he's like, what kind of power is this? So Naruto's coming at him with full force. He's about to claw him, and of course Neji starts. He's like, he says 8 trigrams palm rotation, and of course Albion, well, not Naruto, but Albion says divide, 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 and of course now there is no chakra protecting Neji, and Naruto's mouth right there that you see right there on the head has it actually opens up, and there's actual teeth and saliva and stuff, but it's not like human teeth, it's dragon teeth. And he bites into Neji's arm, and he literally tears off Neji's arm, and Neji's like screaming in pain. He says, what kind of power is this? And Naruto is just like flying. Then he goes right back into the sky, and he slams. Sorry guys, that was some hair in my mouth. But anyway, he slams Neji into the ground, and he shoots back up into the sky, flying around. And everybody's just seeing this big, gigantic, white dragon just soaring around in the sky. And like, everybody's just like, at this point, they're not even just stunned. They are terrified that Naruto even, that such power like this even exists in this world. Like, they're trying to get a measure, like sensory ninjas are trying to get a, you know, but they can't detect his power. So I'm gonna say like this: it's kind of like God Key. If you don't have God Key, then you can't sense, because their power level is on a higher level. It's on a higher plane of existence. Anyway, let's see. Naruto starts charging up. Albion starts charging up energy in his mouth, and he just, you know, uses his dragon's energy blast breath, and it basically just destroys the entire ring, and everybody's just like knocked out. Like, everybody, even Gaara's knocked out. Now you're wondering, oh crap, now that means Shikaku's coming out. I'm going to say no, not this time, because I'm going to say he has to activate the Sleeping Possum Jutsu in order to let Shikaku take over. I know, guys, I know I'm going up against what they actually said, but for the sake, let's just say for the sake of the plot, It's not happening, okay? Let's just say for the sake of the plot, it's not happening. So, yeah. Anyway, uh Naruto deactivates the Juggernaut drive with some time to spare, and he goes back into his balance breaker, and then he deactivates his balance breaker and into his normal form, but with his wings, and then his wings dematerialize, and Naruto just lands on the ground, feet first, and then everybody's just stunned, and of course the proctor says, and he's just like stunned that again that such a power could even exist in this world, and of course he says, and the winner is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Remember, has just now taken on the entire finalists, which really isn't that strong if now that I think about it. But anyway, but that's besides the point. I wanted to show Naruto is OP. Naruto isn't gonna take no bullcrap. And of course now Naruto is obviously promoted to Chunin. Now remember, Konoha Crush isn't happening, so therefore there is no attack. Orochimaru is not even there to begin with. So, now I know what you guys are thinking. Well, how is Sasuke going to be going to the, how is he going to be going towards Orochimaru? Well, now that the Chunin exams is over and everybody's just now settled down, and then of course everybody has their guard down, nobody's really expecting, Orochimaru. So Orochimaru is coming into the middle of the night. He sneaks into Sasuke's house, and of course he bites him on the neck, giving him the curse mark. And of course now the curse mark is giving him the evil ideas, saying about he wants to get more power and gets revenge on Itachi. And then of course when Sasuke wakes up, you just see the Sharingan flaring up, the curse mark spreading around his body. And I'm gonna leave it right here, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Turn that bell notification on, so that way you guys can stay posted on all my videos when I drop them. So, hope you guys enjoy this. I'll try to have another part out as soon as possible. So, stay ready for that, guys. And, yeah. Peace out, guys.